This is Shabbos Nun Dalid, and we just talked about in the Mishnah, we listed the 39 malachas, 40 minus 1, and now the Gemara is learning out how we learn that from the Torah. Rabbi Shmuel bar Nachman b'shem Rabbi Yonason, that Keneged Arbam Chaser Achas Kasher Chas B'Torah. It says malachas 39 times, 40 minus 1 times the Torah, and therefore that's how we learn out the malachas. Ba'in Kumi Ravacha, he says, Kol Ha Ksiv Malacha Shtayim. Does it ever say, when it says malacha, does that mean 2? Shavin, it's an interesting question because I have not found wherever it says malachos. So what type of question is that? It doesn't say malachos. If we say malachos, maybe, but it doesn't ever say malachos in the entire chumash. By the milsa, inquire like this. Is when it says he entered the house to do malacha. Is that included in the word malacha that you're counting for 39 times? And it says, is that one considered, is that one counted as part of the 40 minus 1? So why is 40 minus 1? The answer, and why are we trying to learn it out from the time system of the Torah? The bottom line is, the Torah is only specific and not to be overly inclusive. If we would have a list of 39 malachas in the Torah, then obviously it would be free boy, because every single time we would listen to Torah, it would say, well, it's this, and it must be included. And then you wouldn't have toldos, you would only have avos. Basically, because everything that derived from those would all automatically be avos, malachos also, if it was written in the Torah. The fact that it's not written in the Torah, therefore we could derive that there are avos of 39, and then we could say the rest of them are toldos. Okay? So we could make that differentiation. That's number one. Number two is the Torah wanted to show what exactly is a malacha, what is not a malacha. Even particular parts of a action has to be fit into how the Torah says it in order for it to be malacha. The Torah is not meant that a person should do nothing on Shabbos. The Torah is merely saying that all these malachos you should not do on Shabbos. So long as you don't do these malachos on Shabbos, you are free to do whatever else you want on Shabbos. You may go outside and take a walk. You can carry heavy things inside. You could jump up and down steps. Et cetera, et cetera. There's a lot of things that you could do. You could play games. You could learn. You could read. You could have food warming. There's so many things you could do on Shabbos. It's not about making sure that you don't do anything on Shabbos. It's only specifically about doing these specific things on Shabbos. That's why I want to know about the count, and that's why I want to know where we learn them from. And that's the Torah. It's not meant to be inclusive. It's meant to be exclusive. So therefore, when doing Hilchah Shabbos, it's very important to know what is the melacha. And obviously, you have to be very machmir when it is a melacha. However, when it's not a melacha, there is no reason to be machmir, because the Torah did not want everything to be Asur and Shabbos, only the malachas. So therefore, whenever a person is paskening on Hilchah Shabbos, it has to specifically enumerate exactly what the Torah wanted to be a malacha, and not invent and create other things to be malachas also. Obviously, there are abundant a lot of megidarim and things about like things that are to do on Shabbos, or activities that are not pas Shabbos. In other words, it's not petamt. It doesn't fit to be on Shabbos, like being on a tablet or to be on a computer, etc., etc. Yes, those things, obviously, we can isser midrabanan because we're trying to keep the kedushas of Shabbos. But don't make things that are not malachos to be malachos. That's what the Gemara is trying to stress in its implied way over here. Tana Rab Shimon ben Yochai. Rab Shimon ben Yochai says, Sheishes Yamin Toichal Matzos Yom Shvi Atzeres Lashem Elakecha. 6 days you should eat matzos. The 7th day is a holiday for Hashem. Loisas and Malacha. Don't do Malacha. So Harei Zeba Lahashlim Arbam Chatzar Achas Malach Chasuv B'Torah. This is the last time that we count a Malacha in the Torah. Rabbi Yosi, Rabbi Bon, B'Shem, Rabbi Shmuel, Rav Nachmi, that Kineged Arbam Chatzar Achas Pam Shekasav Mishkan Avoda Malachai. We do learn out not from the words Malacha, but from the 39 times, 40 minus 1 times, that it says Avoda Malacha, to do the work for the Mishkan. So that's how we count the 39 malachas. And why do we keep saying 40 minus 1? To strive and show, again, it's not inclusive, it's exclusive. If you don't have it, you don't have it. It's not 40. It's actually 40 minus 1. It's not 39, 1 to 39. It's actually 40. No, whoops, not 40. It's minus 1. It's actually 39. It's not to be overbearing, to over inclusive. It's actually to be exclusive. Only the things on the list, nothing more. 40, nope, minus 1, 39. Yes, not 135 39. Okay, maybe really it's 59. No. It's not even 40. It's 40 minus 1. It's exclusive. Don't keep adding things to be malachas. I'm Rabbi Yossi ben Chanina. Zah davar ein ksiv kan. This is the matter. What is the davar? Right? It says ella hadvarim. These are the matters. Davar divrei, and davar could be divrei. Mikan lavos tolos. And here we learn that the avos and tolos. Rabbi Chanina tzipayrim b'shem Ravavu. He says Aleph Chad. When it says Eile Aleph Chad Lam Mitlosin Hey Chamish, that's 35. Davar Chad, Davar is 1. Dvarim is a try, and Dvarim is 2. Zifra Mikal Arbam Chatzarachas Malachas Shogas Motira. If we have 35 plus Davar plus Dvarim, which is 39, that's how you learn it out. Rabbanan the Kisari Naimrin, and then this is the Kirsten Rabbanan says Min Asra La Chasar Klum, that from every place nothing is lacking. Aleph Chad. Lamit Lossin and Ches Tamnan, you count the Ches. Because Rabbanon Bein Hey Leches. The Rabbanon did not refrain from making a difference between Hey and a Ches, making a inclusion of a Hey and a Ches. Therefore, when it says Eileh, make it Eilech, whatever. Count it, not the Hey, but make the full leg of the Hey, so to speak, and make it a Ches. Of course, that only works with the Ksav Ashrus, the Assyrian Ksav that makes the hay look like that. A ches and a hay look very different in the original Ksav Ivri, so that would not have been able to do, but somehow the Rabbanan say, you know what, the hay and the ches look alike, why not? For gematria purposes, you're missing numbers, throw it in there. Rabbi Yechanan, Rabbi Shimon, Ben Lakish, Avdin Havan Bahadar Pirka and La Shnein Uflag. Rabbi Yechanan and Rabbi Shimon ben Lakish worked on this chapter for 3.5 years. Afukin Minei Arbam Chaser Achas Toldos Al Kol Kalav Yada. They're able to make 39 of Toldos every single of Malacha. Min Ashkan and Mesmich Sumachan, and when they couldn't find the one that fit exactly the Ashkan Mesmich Davon the Mishum Makabatish, they put it by Makabatish. B'nai Rabbi Chia, Rabbi Chia the great children of the Abipirkan told Shisa Yarchin. They worked it on for 6 months. Avukiminei Shis Milson Al Kol Chadam Chada. They got 6 tolders every single one. B'nai the Rabbi Chia Ruba Havi Bishtas Avuhin, and the children of Rabbi Chia the great son of Rabbi Chia, they told Rabbi Chia Raisa Hakaitzer B'kaitzer Samech Goider Hatzailesh V'Haire, one who reaps, one who harvests, harvest olives, harvest dates, harvest fruits, harvest figs. Kula Mishum Kaitzer. It's all the same Kaitzer. Amar Rav Sidr says, Yehuda Rabbi Ivdin Have Moshkirin Shisa Yarchin. Rabbi Yehuda once worked on Machshrisin for 6 months. By Safa Asachat Lasin Min Simon. At the end, that the Talmidim of Sim became Ushile Vlagve, and the question of Yehuda he cannot answer. And they said, Nikar Huzeh Shalai Avad Al Pischash Torah. This portion of Torah was not open to you. The doorway was not open to you to understand it. Arbam Avais Malachos Chasrachas. You have 39 malachas, 40 minus 1. So Laida Mills. Of what purpose did the Mishnah specify this like that? Because if you perform all of them in one lapse awareness, then chayiv kol achas v'yachas. You chayiv in every single one of them, so that's why they announce that it's 39, a number. Tana Rabbi Zakai, Kumi Rabbi Yechanan. Rabbi Zakai, Tana Brisa, the president of Rabbi Yechanan, that Ziva Akitar V'Simach Belam Echad, if one shechted and burned and poured on a libation for an idol in one lapse of awareness, chayiv v'kolachas yachas. He's chayiv for the avodah zarah for every single one of them. Amar le Rabbi Yechanan said to Rabbi Zakai, Bavleha, Babylonian, Avarta, B'nin Klosav in Naharin. You traverse rivers, right? We had this Gemara before, Visvarta, and your logic was broken. So in the Chayiv Elach is only Chayiv on one. We had this Gemara before. Rabba Mamal Boy Kumid Rab Zero. I'm inquired for Abzera. Vihi chayav alachas v'yachas, but he should be liable each and every one. Kamo temer gabe Shabbos. Just like you say regarding Shabbos, different malachas Shabbos, different avodah zarah, different malachas. So lois asach malacha. It says klaus akam malacha cloud. So in general rule, lois avro eish b'chol b'shvozechem, that you should not kindle any, a fire in any of your dwellings. Prat exclude. Haloi rava b'chol ha'isa. Now was not kindling in the general prohibition of it, obviously, so why not have it included? V'yatzam min haklal, I'm then seeing that to go out of the klal. Lamed loimer mav dam yuchedes maisa yichidi. This is to say that when, just as kindling is unique to an individual act, chayvin aleb b'fnei when you chayvin itself, af kol maisa sheish by every single maisa do l'chayv olav b'fnei atzmo, you chayv on itself. Avacha, lois of them, but it also says you should not serve them. Klal, make it general. Lois tachim him. They're not prat and exclude him. It's about them. Lois tachim b'klal. So why didn't you klal? Lam b'yatzim in the klal. So what's yatzim b'klal? Lamin b'ashtachim b'yichas b'yas yikadi. Just like bowing is a thing that you do individually. B'chayim v'lam b'yatzim b'chayim of itself. So af al kol maisa sheish ba. Every little maisa. You can make the same exact logical things with the psukim because you have the bowing, which is individual. You have the all avodah zarah, which is a klal, and that one also you can learn. So therefore, you can learn that every single part of avodah zarah you should be chayiv each and every single one of them. Amrlei Rabbi Zera said to Rabbi Amol b'Shabbos klal b'makam echad u'pratim makam acher. So we have a generalization in one place, and you have a specialization in another place. Avodah zarah klal who beside the prat. The klal and the prat are next to each other. So in other words, the prat is only coming to be included in the klal. Amarle, Shamar Mamal didn't buy it, Vixiv, but also says you should not bow to an alien god. Harei Klal Makam to Prad Makam. And this is here we go. Now we have a in a different place. Amarle, Shabzera said Rabbi Mamal, Kevon, Shain, Stay Loimed, since you cannot expound from the generations, Afilu Makam Echad tomorrow, you cannot expound even a specification written in a different place in this manner. The Chavrei Amrino, the colleagues say, Loi Shana Be Shekal B'Makam Echad Uprat Makam Acher. There is no difference whether the generation is in one place or the generation is in another place. Bein Shekal Uprat Makam Echad, or whether the generation on the specification is in one place. Klal Prat, the Klal Prat, the generation of the specification. B'Shabbos Klal V'Acher Kol Prat, because the Shabbos, the generalization is first, and afterwards the specification. Avodah Zarah Prat V'Acher Kol Klal, and the specification is afterwards and the generalization. So since you have the generalization first by Shabbos, then the specific, then you can learn it out. With Avodah Zarah, since the specification is first, and the generalization, you cannot learn it out because it's the wrong order. Maybe if you buy it, all right, who do you hold like? Think for yourself. Let's go on. Rabbi Yossi says, Lo Shanya Bein Shekalov Yachar Kol Prat. There's actual no difference whether a generation is after the specific. Here we go. Bein Sheprat Yachar Klal, or whether the specification is after the klal is after the specification called Prati, and then you have the generation and then the specification. Shabbos Klal Avodas Prat Avodas. On Shabbos you have generalizations refer to it, and then you have specifics that refer to it. Avodah Zarah, Klal Avodah Sai, and Avodah Zarah you have generalizations, and you have specifics. Prat Mlokle Hagavoya, and the specifics in the service is for most time. Amar says, Havra Shalai L'Tzayrech Yatza. Kindling was not singled out as one of the nachos that you need. Hashtag L'Tzayrech Yatza. However, bowing is singled out as something you need. Something that you need as part of doing Avodah Zarah. Allow me to teach myself. She'ain't a ma'isa that it's not a ma'isa. In other words, this otherwise you're not going to have Avodah Zarah. This is part of doing the whole Avodah Zarah thing, and that's why you need it. You don't need to have a fire. You can never go your whole life now. If you can fire Slumachal Shabbos every single Shabbos, you have 38 other malachas. Aisia kahi ton Chizkiah. So according to Chizkiah, told in the Brisa. So Bech Lakim Yicharam. The one who slaughters the god to a foreign god should be destroyed. Yatza lezivcha lamed alakal. Slaughtering was singled out. Teach us all of them. Hishachva lamed alatzmai. And bowing down was teaches by itself. She'ena ma'isa, that for itself is not an action, but it combines with the other actions. Or maybe the opposite. It was the burning, and then the bowing is the main one. We will see more to this next daf.